What is it that's holding you back, keeping you from becoming everything that God has created you to be, living your purpose and reaching your destiny? Is it self doubt, feeling that you don't measure up to others? Perhaps it's fear or lack of resources, offenses and challenges, maybe even past or current circumstances. Well, I want you to know that these are pathologies, diseases of the mind that negatively impact how you think and perceive things that invade your everyday life. You can overcome these peculiarities and become conquerors, living in the purpose that God has for your life. The Bible in Philippians 4:13 teaches us, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Hello, I'm your coach Dee Johnson, and I'm going to share with you on how you can overcome these pathologies and be all that God created you to be on today's Watering the Seed. Hey Seeds, it's your girl, Coach D Jackson, and today we're pulling back the curtain on something real. I mean, real. Let's talk about support, not the kind that just claps for your pain, but the kind that dares to speak truth over your comfort. Not all advice is wise, and not all support is for your good, okay? So let me ask you, have you ever been in a moment real raw and vulnerable and you go to someone for advice? I'm sure many of us have, including myself. And they just say what makes you feel better in that moment. But later you're like, why didn't they tell me the truth? Well, the deeper question here is, did you give them the truth to work with? Okay? So let's go. If you're ready. So here's the reality. Most of us want to be comforted more than we want to be corrected. We want someone to agree with us, take our side, to say, girl, you were right, or yeah, they were tripping, or they don't deserve you. Or for my men, man, you're right about that. They're all alike. In some cases, yes, those things may be true, but sometimes they really aren't. Sometimes we're the ones who were out of line. And real friends, I'm talking real friends, the ones who love us deeply, they don't just let us slide into a mess unchallenged or unchecked. I call it the comfort trap. The comfort trap is when you confuse your friend's validation of your questionable behavior, unchecked and unchallenged actions for value. When you're looking for echo chambers instead of truth tellers. Another version of this is when people disguise manipulation as mentorship, coaching you into chaos for their own comfort and drama-fueled satisfaction. And then there's the matter of being coached into chaos. So have you ever noticed how some people, or aka friends, only support you when your choices keep them comfortable? It's the comfort trap, coached into chaos. That's what that is. So let's talk about it. Sometimes the people around you aren't pushing you towards truth. Your growth would cost them their control. They coach you into confrontation, they validate your venting, but never hold you accountable. They say you deserve better, but what they really mean is you deserve what I would have done if I were you, with no healing and all heat. And before you know it, you followed their advice. You followed their advice. You said the thing. You said it. You made the move. You burned the bridge. And then what? And then what? They're satisfied. You're scorched. Because what all along was for you to act out their unhealed narrative. You didn't just reach your breaking point. You walked into it, right into their climax, a climax that required your chaos for them to feel powerful, to feel right, to feel redeemed. You see, because they've been hurt. They were unable to get back at the person that hurt them, and now they're looking to hurt others. And when you open that door, they walk right into your home, posing as friends, disguising manipulation as mentorship, coaching you into chaos for their own comfort and drama-fueled satisfaction. Let's call it what it is. That ain't support. That's sabotage wrapped in sympathy. That's manipulation dressed in you go girl or yeah man, stick it to her good. They're not comforters. They're chaos custodians dumping their garbage on your front. All hits, they either ghost you or act shocked by the very outcome they help you arrange. Let me say this loud. If everyone in your circle agrees with everything you say or do, those aren't friends. That's an entourage. And when your reality hits, they go silent on you, and some even disappear altogether. Okay? Even celebrities don't bring their whole tour team into therapy. And let's be real, those phonies are really key haters. They're your haters. They've been hating on you all along and we're waiting for a foot in the door to coach you into chaos. So, seeds, be very careful who you confide in and go to for advice. They may have motives. You just don't know it yet. Okay? Okay? Now let's talk about the real ones. Your real friends. Those folks who say, I love you, but you are out of pocket. That decision you're considering, I'm concerned about that. You may want to reconsider. Or that situation you're in, you might want to think twice about how you handle that. They don't say it to crush you, they say it because they care enough to want better for you. But here's what we've got to understand. Advice is only as good as the information you give. And I'm going to repeat that. Advice, information you give, you provide to them. Advice is only as good as the information you give the person who's giving the advice. Okay? You can't go to someone for wisdom, then feed them half your story. That's manipulation in a pretty outfit. Or for my guy seeds, manipulation in a slick suit. Let me say that again. I like that, manipulation in a slick suit. I came up with that one myself. But let me say this again. When you withhold the full truth, you don't just rob others of the ability to help you. You rob yourself of the healing. If you're not being honest about what happened, delivering the edited version, adding false accusations to the story, if you leave out what you said, something that may have provoked that bad situation, if you never mention your own, the advice you're getting is based on fiction, not fact. It's false. You're giving a fake narrative, telling an untruth, and that, my seeds, is deceitful. It is deceitful. So don't blame them for giving you soft guidance when you gave them a slippery slope to navigate, okay? To navigate, okay? So, who's in your circle? Who's in your circle now? Now that you know the difference between a real friend and someone who is part of an entourage, okay? Let's do a quick support check right now. Let's do it right now. Think about the last two for advice and ask yourself, number one, did they challenge me at all? Okay? I like this one. I like this question because one of my older brothers, whom I confide in from time to time, he will challenge me. And because I consider myself to be an honest, upright woman who operates in integrity, truthfulness, sometimes it unnerves me because how dare he think I'm only giving him part of the story? When I tell you this brother of mine will sit silently and listen to my story, but when I'm done, ton of questions because he prides himself on the advice and mentorship he provides. Again, I can be it can be unnerving at times, but I love it. I love it. And I love him for it. It's necessary in order to provide adequate advice or mentorship, and he mirrors me because I'm the same. So again, ask yourself, did they challenge me at all? And then number 2, do they love me enough to be honest? That brother of mine, I'm telling you, Seeds, his honesty comes definitely mirrors me. And then number 3, am I giving them full access to the truth or just the version I want them to support? Okay, now flip that, flip that. Are you the person people come to for real talk? Or do they come to you because they know you won't challenge them? Okay? Do they come to you because they know that you won't challenge them? Because accountability is a two-way street. And look, I'm not saying everybody's equipped to guide you because not everyone is, but if you do have one or two people in your life who are bold enough to check you with love, cherish them. Cherish those one or two. They're very rare. They're not criticizing you. That's not criticism they're giving you. It's protection. They're trying to protect you. Okay? So now, how do you actually receive truth from people who love you? Simple. Let them say it. Again, how do you actually receive the truth from the people who love you? And it's say it. And here's a few tips on how to receive your protection, because when they say it, they're protecting you. Okay? They're trying to protect you when they ask you questions, when they challenge you and challenge your narratives. They're trying to protect you. So they're trying to give you the best advice they can to help you save you from yourself. It's protection. Okay? So, here's a few tips on how to receive your protection. Number 1, pause before reacting. Truth doesn't always sound soft. Don't let your ego cancel what your spirit needs to hear. Okay? Okay? You need to hear that. It's okay. You'll live. Swallow it. It's okay. So pause before reacting. Okay? Don't let that ego cancel what your spirit needs to hear. It's medicine. Number 2, ask clarifying questions. Getting upset, just ask a clarifying question. Instead of shutting down, try asking, like, what makes you say that? Why did you say that? Or help me understand where you're coming from. Just ask for a little more detail to kind of gauge and understand where they're trying to help you heal, or they're trying to protect you. Okay? So ask those questions. And then number 3, thank them, even if it hurts, even if it stings a little, because truth does hurt. But as seeds, we're here to grow, and we're here to flourish, and we're here to blossom because we're beautiful. And this is what we do. So, number 3, thank them, even if it hurts a little, even if it stings. Maturity is recognizing that not all medicine tastes good. You remember that cough syrup that they used to make us take when we were kids, the ones that your mom or dad said open wide and it tastes disgusting, but you felt so much better afterwards. Okay, so maturity is recognizing that not all medicine tastes good, but it still heals. Because listen, seeds, if everyone around you is hyping you up, that's not support. That's sabotage with a smile. Okay? Sabotage with a smile. So, I'm going to call you guys to action here. This week, what I want you to do is 4 things. I have 4 things that I would like for you to do. Number 1, identify 1 to 2 truth tellers in your life. Not the ones who just ride, but the ones who'll redirect you when you need it. Okay? Not the ones who are riding with you, agreeing with you. Not that person. I want you to look at the one that will redirect you when you need it, or correct you when you need it. And then number 2, thank them. I want you to thank them. Acknowledge that their honesty has helped you grow. Okay? Let them know being honest with you has allowed you to open up, see things from a broader perspective, which is allowing you to grow. And then number 3, audit your own role. Audit your own role. Are you being truthful when you ask for advice? Are you being truthful? Are you telling them all the details that you have available? Are you giving them the information that they need to give you sound advice? Okay? Are you being truthful when you ask for advice? Or are you editing your story to control their response? Because often, we get a lot of people that do this. A lot of our seeds are doing this, and you don't even realize or recognize that you're doing it. And so this is why I decided to go ahead and do this podcast, because some recent events in my own personal life, I saw this and I'm like, wow, this person doesn't even know that these people that they're calling their friends are not their friends. They're an entourage and they're sabotaging his success. So don't be that person that edits the story to control the response. Okay? Tell the truth. Number 4, be that truth teller for someone else with love, with wisdom, with humility. Okay? Because everybody needs someone who's going to tell them the truth so that they are guided in wisdom, in love, and in humility. All right, folks. So hey, I have an affirmation. Write this down. Write this down. It's an affirmation for this week, okay? The affirmation is, I am surrounded by truth, strengthened by love, grounded in wisdom. I seek guidance that grows me, not just soothes me. I'll say it again, a little slower so you can write it down. I am surrounded by truth, strengthened by love, and grounded in wisdom. I seek guidance. I seek guidance that grows me, not just soothes me. Okay? Seeds. Growth isn't always comfortable, but it's always worth it. Be brave enough to invite truth. Be bold enough to speak it. And be wise enough to know between love and loyalty and convenience. Okay? This has been another heart check and spirit shift with Coach D. Until next time, keep watering your seed. I love you. Bye-bye.